Good, I got you up out of there. Alright, man, check this out. We're gonna try to keep this quick. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. It might run over. See what I'm saying? Tell you about our thinking process. How we think about shit. Right? Okay, first of all, you'll see something you want to do. You'll see something you like. And you'll be like, wow, I'm going to get that. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do that. Then now you into it. And it's kind of like what you thought it was going to be, but then again, it might not. Okay? So what happens? You get into it, you don't like it, but now you in it. Right? That's a mechanism. It's like a lever in your mind. Right? So, how do you deal with that? Well, first of all, if you where you at and you happy, stay there. If you got everything you want, keep it. Don't let anybody try to persuade you to go off and try and do other things that you might not be comfortable with unless you are comfortable with it. First, you have to be comfortable with it because, once again, if you do something but you was nervous about doing it, but you do it anyway, you're brave. You're showing bravery. If you got manipulated into it and you wasn't supposed to be there doing it, then they might call you a sucker. You don't want that, right? So it's a mechanism that we have that you have to be like, man, no. Yeah, I'm for it. But the mechanism is either going to stop you or it's going to let you can continue, but you do it incrementally, right? So you don't want to just scrap everything, all the ideas that you have. You want to do it you incrementally until you get to the level to where you can go ahead and try something both feet in, right? You can try both feet in. So that's just it. Mechanisms in motherfuckers' minds. But to get rid of one, you have to know a few things. So just focus on the one you got. You get rid of one in your mind before it get too late. Don't try to get nobody else making them off. Let me do that. I'm dealing with one right now I'm trying to get off. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here you go. All right. This mechanism right here is focused at somebody because they're patching it in. They won't talk about it. All right, this mechanism right there. And it's targeted at an industry. And I've been speaking on it a little bit too. And it's like people in this specific industry, they don't act like they used to. What happened? It's like the flair is gone. And it's all been relying on an image more than the connection within that industry. So if you're working with somebody, you should have a connection with that person some type of way. So when you come to work, it's enjoyable and it just doesn't become a job. What would happen is it's too many people that flooded that industry with just wanting to make a quick buck. I just need a job. Let me get this money so I can get up out of here and go get my hair and nails done. See, that mechanism that's in their brain, that gets transferred out to the end user. Now I got the mechanism. See, I'm feeling that mechanism right now. Now I got to deal with it. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, you have what it takes to be there, but not every you didn't bring everything with you to that to make it what it is. And that mechanism is what is holding it up. So, you know what I'm saying? That mechanism is what's holding it up to get the pure performance out of that. So we don't get the pure performance. Now, some different ones, they give you a pure performance, a pure feeling, a pure emotional rush, if you want to say, when you see that. And that's what's lacking. You don't get a whole lot of that. And the reason why I can tell, you see what I'm saying? I don't watch a whole lot in the industry, but the reason I can tell is it's too easy to find that part of it that's like, not quite. I would, and then, you know what I'm saying, you trying to find a whole bunch of other stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So that mechanism, it stopped you from thinking about being damn near human. It'll stop you from being damn near human. The human element is missing from motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You're so worried about being a robot? No. People got so worried about robots and machines taking over. Yeah, you're right. You worrying about yourself. Because that's what they turning you into with that mechanism. You turn it into a robot and a machine. Because it's like you just go do this and you come up out of there. And you go over here, you go in there, and you come up out of there. You go over here. You see how robotic the day-to-day is? The day-to-day in itself is robotic. You see what I'm saying? The day-to-day routine is robotic. Dealing with these issues is robotic. Motherfuckers don't have the human element, the touch, to be human no more. Everything is just a job for a quick buck. Everything is just a job for a quick buck. Recognition, notoriety, and so forth. But don't worry about that. Everything is just for a quick buck. For likes. You know what I'm saying? The human element is gone. Don't forget that mechanism. That mechanism is up there. You gotta get rid of that. Now, how do you get rid of it? Now you can talk about cars. You know what? You know when they say the cassette deck. You know, motherfuckers don't have cassettes in the cars no more. They got CDs. They got the deck out of there. Now they don't have CDs in the car. Now it's on the iPod. Get that out of there. You can keep the car. Hell, my car got CD, cassette, and this. But every car is not coming equipped with that. They taking that CD out of there. They take that cassette out of there. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody using that no more. It's streaming. You see what I'm saying? That's the same. That's the same thing. They're just gonna take that out of there. So that vehicle, it's gonna still have that, but you know the performance. See, we didn't know the performance already. But that mechanism, that mechanism just gotta go. Gotta get that mech out of there, right? The algorithm, it reinforces the mechanism. The more you be on social media doing what you do with your friends, like I said, it just reinforces the mechanism. It keeps your mind. It's not even that you have a closed mind. It just keeps the clampers on your mind. And the more tighter and tighter the clamping, like what I'm showing you, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. The more your mind is harder to untangle, the mechanism will just have a lock on it. And you'll be stuck there because you'll be afraid to use whatever little power in your brain you got left to free your mind. And nothing around you is trying to help you free and untangle your mind. So if they do me to project and they tightening yours, your mind will never be free. Your mind will never be free. See what I'm saying? That's real sacrifices people have to make. That's the real decisions that's going on. That's how serious shit is. You feel me? They do not want. Make no mistake about it. See how handsome I look? Bond. James Bond. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See, I feel y'all when they say the war on pretty. I feel it's a war on handsome. You know how hard it's been trying to get a motherfucker like me. You know how hard it's been trying to get a motherfucker war on pretty. So yeah, that Mac. Watch that mechanism. Some of you got it, some of you don't. Some of you need it, some of you won't. I'm telling you, you have to be careful with that mechanism. They fucking get up. They fucking shit up. Game all fucked up. Get at me.